Now, of course, Gen X, when they were born, immediately they were into video games. Not necessarily not the what you call this, PlayStation. Yeah, at that time it was something more primitive. And then, of course, PC. They got to use PCs. They were on email and CDs. The Walkman was created when I was in university. Some of you, of course, younger. I mean, what should I say? You were very young when you saw CDs. I saw it only when I was in the university. And they were individuals that are supposed to, being family focused. And just compare between, all these generations. Yeah, this is a TV generation using video games, and they're, on the web. And from typewriters to PC to cell phones, telephone, email, the way of communication, telephone, email, and now internet messaging, right? And then before, when they were listening to CDs, now they're listening to MP3 music, something that they download and then put into the telephone or their iPhone or iPod or iPod Nano and all that, yeah? Before it was family focused and it became individualist, but today, strong on online communities. So everybody seems to have a Facebook account or a Twitter account, right? How many of you have Facebook here? Half? Farina? Not yet. You should. Because in education, everybody will have something. The next wave. Okay. Imagine a child who was born in the 80s. Yeah. Now they were born digital, because when they were born, the microcomputer was already there. Microcomputers started being marketed in 19 when was it? 1978, I think. Sinclair, I think, 78 like that. Yeah, Sinclair, BBC Sinclair, and we had Commodore PACs, we had Apple, Apple IIs, and these people then grew up digitally in the 1990s, and today, of course, yeah, they have grown up digital. So what kind, and these people in our universities today, remember the Gen Y? They are from, was it 20 to 29 years old? Are they our university students today? Right? So this is how they grew up. This is how they grew up. The digital environment is what they have been surrounded with, yeah, or with what they've been immersed in. However, if you compare between the one before baby boomers, the baby boomer Gen X and the Gen Y people, if we were to give them web-based learning, see how many people would have enjoyed that web-based learning. You would expect that these people would enjoy it most, but it's not true. Correct? You would expect that these people would take to the web like water. But why not? Why not? What is web-based learning? There is a difference between using the internet, going in the web, or using social media, or using podcasts. There is a difference. Web-based will be things that they read. Everything is there. But social media, not everything is there. So could it be that the Gen Y students prefer social media for learning? I'm talking about for learning. Could it be? I'll show you some examples later. Okay, just a question for us. That's according to statistics. And the other thing we have to remember is the computers are getting so powerful today. Now, it used to be a term that was specialized, referring to the supercomputers that were millions, hundreds of millions worth. But today, do you think we have a supercomputer in our hands, for example? I have an iPhone. Is that a supercomputer compared to before? Okay. Just remember the first computer you used, especially in the 1980, for example. 8 megabyte, right? 8 megabyte. Using cassette tape as a storage medium. And today what? Nothing. Almost nothing. If you take an iPhone, it's a computer too, but what do you have? Nothing, right? No floppy, you don't need a USB, everything is inside. What about the memory capacity? It was 8 megabyte, and today it's 4 gig RAM. Some can be upgraded to 8 gig. Okay, do you use floppy disk to save your work before? Before, yeah?
Yeah.
But today, you carry a USB drive. Sometimes you don't even carry, you just upload somewhere on the internet, right? And then you just download somewhere, correct? Okay. These are advances, yeah? And a typical computer today, everything's wireless, nice looking, everything's integrated. You can listen to songs, watch movies, do your word processing, calculate, your budget, whatever. Do your online banking, everything. And everything's with memory that is more than you will ever need. And everything's internet ready. Right? Okay. If we look at the speed of evolution in computing, okay, this is the PC era, 1980 to 1990. Web 1.0, 1990 to 2000. Web 2.0, 2000 to 2010. Okay, this is the last. It seems that this is the decade for Web 2.0. And after this, if you're not in Web 2.0 already, then you have to do a lot more catching up, because it's going to be Web 2.0, 2010 to 2020. And after that is Web 4.0, 2020 to 2030. Okay. So what are some of the things about Web 2.0? You can see there is using XML, Flash, Java, weblog, social media, Office 2.0, mashups, yeah, Ajax, yeah, OpenID, and so on. And Web 3.0 will be what? Semantic database, distributed search, and in Web 4.0, intelligent personal agents. Okay, and in terms of memory, so it's no more kilobytes, but megabytes, and today we are familiar with gigabytes. What about terabyte? That day my daughter was asking me, she wants to buy a hard disk. I said, what size? She said, what was it? She bought something that, she mentioned the word terabyte, It was 500 ringgit plus, this hard disk. But one good thing was it can connect the printer using a USB port, and everybody can share through this hard disk. And every one of us can upload our stuff to this hard disk, which she puts on the table. I mean, I have not uploaded mine, but that's how things are going now. It's only 500 ringgit for this hard disk. Okay, in terms of evolution of learning technologies in particular, or how technologies have affected learning, it used to be face-to-face. You mentioned about books being small before, but we always face-to-face, right? And then today, you said something about using computers, right? So face-to-face, and then we had a lot of print-based, and then e-learning, and then now we're talking about e-learning 2.0. Yeah? E-learning 2.0 is about any place, any time, also constructivist and connectivist learning theories being applied. I will not go into that, but basically, constructivist is about building knowledge on your own, the student building knowledge on their own, not everything from the textbook, not memorizing what they read in the textbook. It is reading, but after that they have to analyze further, yeah? Apply, yeah? Connectivists will be about learners who go into the web, but after that they go here, go there, go here, go there, so it's connected. Okay, they're connecting from one site to another, or one tool to another. And learning is about, e-learning 2.0 is about team approach. It's not just you alone learning, but it could be with other learners, each learner contributing to the other. Again, I will show you some examples later. And although it is team approach, but it seems as though the e-learning has been customized or designed for the individual. How? Okay, again, I will show it to you in a minute. Evolution in terms of media used, I think some of you mentioned, the books and all that, but some of us also went into ETV, remember? Right? And then we also used, some of us, drill and practice.